Today on TQA Weekly, we answer the question, do you need third-party antivirus and firewall software? But first, I'm Steve Smith, this is TQA Weekly, and if you haven't already done so, click subscribe down below as well as the notification bell to get notifications, and if you want to be part of our private monthly live streams, become a member by clicking join. There are tiers as low as $2, and many others have greater perks. Now the question was, do you need third-party antivirus and firewall software? The answer for those in a hurry is no. Save your CPU cycles, your hard drive space, and your RAM. You do not need third-party antivirus and firewall software because, and we'll get into this now, let's talk about firewalls. Firewalls are something we used to install in our computer when we were connecting over dial-up or actually connecting directly to the modem itself. Because many of us only had a single computer, the idea of using a router for a single computer was nonsense. So we used to install applications like Zone Alarm or Zone Alarm Pro. Now, because we have multiple devices, we now use routers. Routers use network address translation, which means that devices on the inside of your network actually have to make an outside query for any packets to get in, basically blocking any requests from the outside world from getting into your router, unless you enable things like universal plug and play, so UPnP, which is great for some consoles but is not required anymore, or you actually make some sort of port forwarding setting changes to your router yourself. Just make sure you change the passphrase on your router. Now, because of that, we're protected from the outside world using hardware firewall. Now, let's say you didn't have a hardware firewall and you were connecting to the outside world like we used to, which is not a great idea, by the way. Well, Windows got you covered anyway. Windows has its own firewall, which many of these third-party applications simply just use that as their base. Now, all of the features that many of these firewall softwares claim to be adding exist in the Windows firewall to begin with. So there is no point in you wasting any hard drive space, CPU cycles, or RAM on applications simply duplicating features you already had. And if we want to talk about something that is completely nonsense and fills up your RAM, third-party antiviruses. You don't need them. I mean, of course, a lot of people will say that the Windows antivirus is laughable, a joke, right? Well, not anymore. It has plenty of safeguards in it that allows it to detect immediately any new threats on the internet using heuristic scanning, which other antiviruses actually use. But on top of its real-time virus scanning, it's actually connecting to the Microsoft servers, allowing the engineers to figure out what the new threats are and protecting all the Windows computers faster, especially those using the Windows Defender client. Now, because of this, all the computers get to be protected almost immediately. Now, on top of all this, it also has the ability to prevent tampering of settings through tamper protection, and it's capable of preventing files from being encrypted by many of these newer ransomwares by something called controlled folder access. So as long as the folder is protected through controlled folder access, viruses can't encrypt your data. Do you still want to spend money on the subscription fee-based firewall and antivirus software anymore? I suggest you save your money, save your CPU cycles, save your RAM, and save that hard drive space for something more interesting, whether it be music, movies, or video games. You don't need any of that stuff anymore. Windows got you covered, even if they kind of are spying on you. Now, like this episode if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think could benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can find the show notes, this episode, past others. Use a search engine to find answers to your other questions or use the contact form to email me directly. And if you want to watch me play video games, go to twitch.tv/ZDAXIS1981, link down below. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at midnight Eastern Time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.